The Nokia 3310 was first introduced back in 2000 and found immortality through its indestructible design, impressive battery life, and the iconic Snake game. But a lot has changed in the past 17 years. Smartphones have taken over and we now find ourselves overwhelmed with apps for just about everything there is. HMD Global revived the Nokia 3310 at MWC 2017 and we review the handset to find out whether the feature phone has a place in today's day and age. On opening the box, the very first feature that meets the eye is its vibrant color, especially if you get the glossy red or yellow like the one here. It is no doubt a pretty looking phone and something you wouldn't mind being caught roaming around with. You also notice how tiny and light the phone is. Talking about the design, the new 3310 is a lot curvier than the original 3310. The front borrows some design cues from the original with a wide frame around the screen. You also see the good old T9 keyboard, but there are some differences here as well, including a new D-pad. But as much as it reminds you of the past, you will get quite annoyed by the time you finish typing a message. So you see a new micro USB port on the top, a camera module on the back, and a 3.5mm headphone jack on the bottom. The phone feels pretty solid to hold just like the original, and you won't have to worry about accidentally dropping it, unlike today's smartphones. Under the back panel, you'll find a removable 1200 mAh battery pack and 2 micro SIM slots. There's also a micro SD card slot which will hold up to 32 GB of expandable storage, which you'll need if you plan on storing some photos and music. The 2.4-inch QVGA display actually looks pretty good, but we did find a lot of reflection when taking it outdoors. The UI is new, but you'll also see some similarities to the original. In the menu, you'll find apps like Photos, Music Player, Opera Mobile Store, Calendar, FM Radio, and Games, which includes a revamped version of the classic Snake game. The Opera Mini browser lets you surf the net on a painful 2G connectivity. You can also download apps like Facebook and Twitter from the Apps and Games section. You get Bluetooth 3.0 with Slam, which lets you share photos and videos instantly by knocking the phones together, which is a pretty neat feature. Now let's talk about one of the biggest USPs of the new Nokia 3310, Snake. We all love the original Snake for its simplicity and minimalism, which made it highly addictive. But the new Snake game, with all its modes and free roaming, didn't really bring back the memories of the original as much as we hoped. In an attempt to refresh the design to suit the modern sensibility, Gameloft went too far and pretty much ruined all the things that made the original so memorable. The next big feature is the new 2-megapixel camera on the back with LED flash. The camera works decently in outdoor settings and you'll be able to capture a good amount of light and color. The images aren't going to be sharp and will be best viewed on the 2.4-inch screen. As for low light captures, the flash doesn't help much and you should probably avoid those conditions altogether. Finally, the 1200 mAh battery may sound small for our ears, but it is quite a monster for a feature phone. In our time with the handset, we found that the phone lasts up to at least 6 days when playing games or calling or listening to music for around 2 to 3 hours every day. In comparison, the Nokia 150 comes with 1020 mAh battery and promises roughly the same amount of battery life at just around Rs 2000. Considering all that we get with the new Nokia 3310 is a great battery life and modern day looks, we see this as more of a secondary handset that will come in handy in case your smartphone dies on you. But at Rs 3310, this isn't the cheapest feature phone you can get out there. HMD Global is no doubt hoping the nostalgia associated with the name and features like Snake, solid build quality, and the classic Nokia ringtone will entice fans to pick one of these up. But a feature phone like the Nokia 150 will give you most of the same features and specs for a lot less. So as much as we appreciate HMD Global's purpose to bring back the icon, we feel it's just not something worth buying at this price point. So that was our review of the Nokia 3310. Hit the like button and subscribe. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at Gadgets360.